Hello and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. My name is Sensei and you're watching the Morning Forecast Show. We're live every single morning. You might be catching this on the replay. Please do hit that like button. Please do subscribe. What is happening? It is the most exciting week of the year. We've got Ripple Swell 2025. We've got some very exciting speakers. We've got Brad Garlinghouse, BlackRock, major institutions, ETF providers, Evernorth with their $1 billion XRP trust. We've got so much to bring to you. It is arguably the most exciting week of the year for Ripple enthusiasts and XRP holders. So all of that's going on, and XRP down 5%. You can't make this stuff up. XRP down 5% at $2.40 this morning. We do have it in the newsletter, the technical levels of support, but essentially it's around $2.30. You want to be, and we could be coming in to retest $2.30 as a level of support. We are in a downtrend right now. We don't know if the bull market's going to continue or if we're going to go into a bear market, but I am betting that the bull market will continue. And even if you think there's a 50% chance, the risk to reward for me is I stay in. If it goes down, I buy more. If it goes up, I've got my take profit levels. I'm not deviating from my plan. Remember, we never give you financial advice here. This is my thoughts and opinions only, so please do not buy or sell based on anything I say. It can all change over the next couple of days, though. We've got Brad Garlinghouse live on the show. It's going to get very, very exciting. What are we talking about? We're talking about Ripple Swell 2025. It's all in today's newsletter. If you've got today's newsletter, whether you're on the free plan or the premium plan, please do spam yes or no in the chat. Do you have today's newsletter? Yes or no in the chat. Let me know. We do have major earnings this week as well, with Palantir reporting earnings today. But is XRP about to go institutional just as Trump goes all in on crypto? That's today's newsletter. I hope you've caught it. I'll give you the link if you haven't. Say yes or no in the chat. Have you got the newsletter? Yes or no? Let me know in the chat. So today's stories at a glance. We've got Trump saying US must be #1 in crypto. China ending VAT subsidy on gold. Palantir earnings tonight. US layoffs are hitting record highs. Well, not record highs, but they're hitting 950,000 year to date. It is signaling a little bit of a concern. We've got Rachel Reeves with new taxes. And then the major story today, a whole deep dive, getting you ready for it, is Ripple Swell 2025 begins in New York, with XRP investors watching closely for institutional signals. One of the big things today is White House keynote signals regulatory pivot. We've got Patrick Witt, Executive Director, President's Council on Digital Assets, is keynoting for Swell. We've got people from the White House giving speeches at this event for the first time in the event's history. This signals that Trump's administration intends to build crypto frameworks, not destroy them. Regulation is shifting from enforcement to enablement. Patrick Witt's Swell keynote signals a possible US pivot from punishing crypto to shaping it. All of that's going on. XRP is down, but remember, I always say, look at the fundamentals. The price will catch up in the future. Oh, we've got a few yeses in the chat. Who's saying yes? Who's got the newsletter today? I'm going to play a clip from Donald Trump's interview last night about crypto, and then we're going to come on to that Swell event. Let me just see who's in the chat saying yes, they're getting the newsletter. The Patrick Black has not got it. There's no reason no one should have it. There's even a free plan. There's a free plan on the newsletter, and you get a lot of information, even in the free plan. You click on this link. If you haven't got it yet, click on the link. Go to the site. That link does give you a 1-week free trial of the annual plan. But if you don't even want the annual plan, there is a free plan. Click the free plan, type in your email, and you can at least get to the newsletter. There's no reason why there should be a no. Paul says yes. Yolanda says yes. I know Paul and Yolanda are both premium members. Bounce Back says yes. Joe Trade says definitely. Bruce says yes. Brian says yes. Comics says yes. 1978 Buckley says yes. A lot of premium members here. Zach Zate says yes. Joe Trade says yes. Sick Boy Custom says yes. Karen says yes. Emily, Zhao, what are you up to? Here is the link. Click that link. Get the newsletter. John says yes. Marie says yes. James says yes. Joe Trade says yes. We love it. Thank you all for being part of that community, especially all the premium members. But yes, there's no reason no one should have it. There's a free plan as well. So Trump, this is all happening at the same time. We've got Swell coming up. I'm going to tell you all about Swell and why it's so exciting. But this is an interview from Donald Trump last night.
I only care about one thing. Will we be number one in crypto? Crypto has turned out, and in that sense, I've been right. Crypto's turned out to be a massive industry, if you want to call it that. And I'm very proud to say that we are far and away ahead of China and everybody else. Now, China's getting into it very big right now. If you want to go after people, you're going to kill that industry, and it'll be very bad. Tremendous number of jobs. I campaigned positively on crypto, very openly. I campaigned. Biden campaigned against it. When Biden found out that I was getting like 100% of the...
Remember, the Biden administration was pretty anti-crypto. Yes, the markets were all-time highs. Yes, during 2021, we had one of the best bull markets ever, and that was under 2022. Yeah, it was under Biden. But the regulation-wise, crypto-wise, the SEC was the worst SEC, Gary Gensler, for crypto. At the end of when the presidential elections were coming up, the Biden administration realized how important crypto was. It was a reason to one of the main things to run on is crypto and being a pro crypto government. So he changed his tune. Trump also knew that crypto is a big way to get voters gains, and they both went pro-crypto. Even in 2020, Trump was anti-Bitcoin, but they knew how important it was, and that's because us, the retail investors, we were pushing how important crypto was. They both tried to run on crypto. Biden was too late. He already showed earlier in his administration what he thought of crypto, and then Trump got a lot of votes because of crypto.
The crypto vote, which was a lot, he switched totally, and he went in favor of crypto. They went totally in favor. They had many people under indictment. They let them all go. They let them all go. You know that. Many people were under indictment. Biden was a corrupt president. Biden went all in on crypto at the very end because he thought he could get some votes. It didn't work. They voted for me. I want to make crypto great for America. That's the only thing. I don't want to have somebody else have crypto and have China be number one in the world in crypto. Because in crypto, it's a kind of an industry where basically you're going to have number one and you're not going to have a number two. And right now we're number one by a long shot. I want to keep it that way. The same way we're number one with AI, we're number one with crypto. And I want to keep it that way.
There you go. That is some very bullish momentum from Donald Trump there, saying that he wants to stay number one. It just shows that crypto is here to stay, and they're going to do their best to make sure it accelerates in the US. So that was an important interview. So yeah, it's his first 60-minute interview appearance in 5 years, I believe. So President Donald Trump declared that the United States must be number one in crypto, while simultaneously claiming he didn't know Binance founder Changpeng, we refer to him as CZ, who he recently pardoned after Shao's 2023 guilty plea to anti-money laundering violations. The president framed digital assets as a strategic national priority, warning that China is getting very big into Bitcoin and crypto right now, and linking blockchain competitiveness to US technological and security leaderships. Despite distancing himself from his family's crypto dealings, Trump and his sons were running a business in the space, and he wants to support the industry's growth, calling it crypto a huge market opportunity for the US. What we're going to do now is move on to one of our other stories. You can read the rest of that story. We've also got China ending tax breaks for gold, which is suppressing gold around that $4,000 an ounce. Do read into that story. Palantir earnings tonight. If anyone wants us to cover it, you can do a $10 super chat and we'll cover it for you tonight. What else do we have? We've got US layoffs are actually surging towards the upside. Remember, that's sort of a recession indicator potentially. We'll come on to that story if we have time. And Rachel Reeves here in the UK, more taxes, more taxes, more taxes. Let's come on to our main story, the Ripple Swell event. If you have just tuned in, please do hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, please do subscribe. Make sure you subscribe and you've got your notification bell on, because as soon as these events go live, we'll be covering them here on the show. We'll be reacting to the XRP's price. We'll be engaging with the community, and we'll be covering the everything you need to know. We might be live for 12 hours. We might be live for 8 hours tomorrow. So just make sure you've got your notifications and you are subscribed. Let me come on to that story just after I read a few more comments. Joe Trader says 100% worth it. Thank you so much. Yeah, the newsletter, there you go. It's worth it. I mean, there's a free version as well. Of course it's worth it. But yeah, the premium version, thank you for saying it's worth it. We try our best. Rallo says yes as well. He's getting the newsletter. He says nice bullish stuff, but people continue to sell. You have to look at it long term. I've always said there might be you might think a piece of news has come out and it's really good, but the price doesn't react. If the news is actually good, you wait long enough, the price will catch up. And I think that way with XRP. Oh, we've got 1978 Buckley, another 5 Lucas Aid memberships given away. Please do hit that like button, subscribe to claim it. Please thank 1978 Buckley for those memberships. Here we go. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for gifting those memberships. Please do thank 1978 Buckley. When will the Clarity Act be signed? That will sort of be resumed after the government shutdown is ended. I think it will be signed after that. Yes, there is still discussions taking place during the government shutdown. We saw that last week with the Democrats. There was some of these key officials, such as not key officials, some of these CEOs. Brian Armstrong is his name, right? Yeah, from Coinbase. He was meeting with Democrats. Chuck Schumer as well. So there is still things going on amid the shutdown, but I think the Clarity Act will be signed after the shutdown ends. So maybe in the next couple months. I think the shutdown will end this month, and I think it will take another few weeks for it to come through. So maybe end of this month, beginning of or next month. Good day from Australia. Let's go XRP. Yes. Stu says XRP still down, hardly moving. Yep. Exactly. AI is not a bubble. I don't think it's a bubble. I think the market could be heading into bubble territory. I think the market sentiment is a bubble, but AI itself, I don't think it's something that's just going to pop and take 10 years to recover. Just unlike sort of the dot-com era. Teo Binster, decentralized AI of internet intelligence. Thank you for that. Potato Family is here. Texas says AI is one ring to rule them all. Smash the like button, says Joe Trade. Thank you very much. Jerry says, I want to buy a gold coin. That is just a bit too expensive, hoping for cheaper prices. Jerry Mandarin, where are you based in the world? If you're here in the UK, I can give you some recommendations. Jim Rickett says, hit the like button. Craig says, thank you. Joe Parsons says, well done. William Meyer says, good morning, everyone. It's so great to finally have a great president. Thank you, Turbo, for your thoughts. Let's come on to that main event of Ripple Swell. I'll tell you all about it, what's occurring, when is it occurring, how to get ready for it, why it might be the most important XRP event of the year. That's all coming up now. I'll be back in literally 10 seconds. Stay there. I'm back. Here we go. Let's get into the top story for today. Ripple Swell. This is going to be very, very exciting. We're going to be covering it all live on the show. I'm going to make it into a video. So if you are watching live, then obviously you get to see this live. This might come out tomorrow morning as a video as well. So let's make it a video because we've got members from all around the world. We want to make sure everyone catches this news. Breaking news on Martyn Lucas Investor. We are looking at the Ripple Swell event 2025. This could be the biggest week of the year for XRP holders, for XRP investors, for Ripple enthusiasts. Why? Well, we've got some very big names attending this event. This is basically Ripple's annual event where they announce products, where they meet with CEOs, where they have these networking events, and we get to see it all live on this show. So make sure you are subscribed, hit the like button, and let me tell you what we are in store for. This is Brad Garlinghouse meeting with BlackRock, Nasdaq. We've got some big names. So Ripple Swell Annual Swell 2025 conference begins this week. If you're watching this as a video, it will be today. So keep an eye out for the show. If you're watching this live, then it is tomorrow. So Ripple's Annual Swell 25 conference begins this week, running November the 4th to 5th. So look at the date. What date is it? We're recording this on November the 3rd. The actual events does start on November the 3rd, but what's available to the public starts tomorrow, November the 4th, or today if you're watching this as a video. So November the 4th is what we're going to be covering. It's a whole day event, so stay tuned with us. And also November the 5th is a 2-day event. It's a 3-day event, but only the 4th and 5th day are available to the public. So and it's happening at the Convene Hudson Yards in New York City. The event will gather 600 institutional partnerships. 600 institutional participants, that's 600, and that's potential partnerships. We've got including senior figures from Nasdaq, BlackRock, Citibank, BNY Mellon, and regulators from the US and Europe. We've actually got people from the White House attending this event as well, and speaking about the regulation. So this year's theme is clear: institutional adoption, real-world asset tokenization, and regulatory integration. Panels span capital markets, tokenization, cross-border payments, custody, stablecoins, and global rulemaking. Ripple's goal is to position itself not as a crypto firm, but as a financial infrastructure. For XRP investors, Swell 2025 represents a key visibility point, a 2-day pulse check on how deeply Ripple's technology is embedding into traditional finance. Yes, we're looking at XRP's price down 5% here on Monday. I'll tell you later on in the video. I'll give you my chart analysis, my take profit levels, my support levels, but I'll tell you why XRP's price is down, even though I think this is going to be a very bullish event. Remember, nothing I say is financial advice. Please do not buy or sell based off anything I say. That would be very unwise. If you are here watching the video with us, please make sure you are hitting the like button and you are subscribing. We will be covering this event. If you're watching this as a video, we're probably going to be going over to Vaz's earnings after this video premieres, and then we'll be back for the whole day to cover this. So stay with us. Make sure you're tuned into this channel as we'll be covering this event. So let me come back. We also just covered Donald Trump's very bullish remarks on crypto from his interview. So everything is shaping up to potentially have that last big surge in the bull market. This is all taken from our newsletter. Today is all about XRP. Is XRP about to go institutional just as Trump goes all in on crypto? The link to the newsletter is the first link in the description, so do check it out. There is an annual plan with a 1-week free trial. There is a monthly plan if you want to check it out. There's also a free plan. There is a plan for everyone. So now let's go into what's actually happening at this event, and why I think this could be the biggest week for XRP investors and Ripple. There is a massive institutional focus. Tokenization is meeting capital markets. Tuesday opens with, here is their first event: the impact of tokenized financial assets on capital markets. And it features BlackRock, Moody's, and Robinhood. The discussion cuts directly into Ripple's core thesis, that tokenization will bring blockchain into mainstream finance, and that the XRP ledger, XRPL, can serve as the settlement layer. For investors, the test whether XRPL is mentioned in live pilots on interoperability frameworks. Confirmation of traditional asset insurance or settlement on the XRPL would mark measurable progress towards Ripple's institutional strategy. The participation of BlackRock and Moody's underscores how far tokenization has moved from concept to planning stages. Swell provides a platform to see whether XRP's rails are part of that infrastructure build out. So remember, they are talking directly to these. We might have an announcement tomorrow from someone like BlackRock saying that they are going to start using XRPL. the XRP ledger. That would be massive, and that's what they're starting off with. We might be starting off with a bang tomorrow or today. If you're watching this as a video, it'll be today. Payments and stablecoins expand Ripple's core utility. Mid-morning on Tuesday, US time, we are shifting to stablecoins and cross-border payments, capped by Ripple's product presentation at 1:45 p.m. I'm so excited for this event. We didn't cover last year's, but this year it looks like we've got a great lineup, and we can actually see the technology that Ripple is providing and how they'll be integrating the XRP ledger and what they'll be talking about. We'll get a great sense of sentiment from them. We might get some announcements from partnerships. I'm so excited to cover this live on the show, so do stay tuned. It's going to be a great day. We've got SVP Arnold will outline enhancements to Ripple payments with a focus on stablecoin-based transactions. Ripple's forthcoming RLUSD stablecoin, designed for issuance on XRPL, sits at the center of the theme. Integrating RLUSD with XRP settlement will tighten liquidity between fiat rails and on-chain payments. Investors should watch for data points, corridor volumes, partner institutions, and timelines. Verified metrics will indicate whether Ripple's payment network is scaling from pilot to production. Remember, they've already got RLUSD out. It's been out for about a year, but we want to see some big partnerships. The market cap of RLUSD is not massive. So we'll see if there's more partnerships. And remember, every time RLUSD is used, there's a little bit of XRP burn. Remember, if people start using RLUSD, Ripple can pitch them the use of XRP, because they can be used hand in hand. The idea that RLUSD is here to replace XRP has been disproven many times, and I'm sure they'll talk about that in this event. If you are still watching live with us, please do hit that like button and subscribe. So, infrastructure and custody, building the institutional foundation. Tuesday afternoon spotlights digital asset infrastructure, custody, clearing, and prime brokerage, with participation from Intesa Sanpaolo, Societe Generale, and DBS Bank and Ripple. These sessions address operational readiness, secure storage, compliant alignments, and interoperability. Institutional adoption of XRP depends exactly on these components. Ripple's discussion of custody partnerships or integration frameworks would confirm that enterprise-grade plumbing is now in place. The tone here is methodical rather than promotional, signaling a shift from retail-driven speculation to institutional standard operations. This is all about institutions, this event. This is not about random retail investors getting involved. This is not about random price predictions from YouTubers saying we're going to $1,000 or from X posts that just spill out nonsense. This is all about institutional adoption, this event, and that's what moves prices. So, regulation and policy. US leadership takes center stage. On Wednesday, the headline session pars Brad Garlinghouse with Patrick Witt, Executive Director of White House Council on Digital Assets, and he's there to discuss the role of US leadership in global digital asset markets. This is right after Donald Trump makes a comment about US leadership. Here we've got someone from the White House coming out for the first time to a Ripple event to discuss the role of US leadership. This marks the highest profile government engagement Ripple has hosted at Swell. The conversation is expected to cover federal regulatory priorities, public and private collaboration, and the US role in global standards. For XRP holders, attention will be on any reference to its regulatory classification or mention of pilot programs involving RippleNet or XRPL. Clarity here could reduce risk discounting by US institutions. Later that morning, we'll have US regulatory leadership in crypto, global comparisons, and 2026 priorities. This will give us a great insight into 2026. It brings perspective from Blockchain Association, Atlantic Council, Chain Analysis, and Ripple's policy team. The discussion will benchmark US policy against Europe's MiCA framework and Asia's sandbox regimes, critical context for cross-border compliance. And here it's one of my favorite, the one I'm looking forward to maybe the most, is the XRP Direct Spotlight, Treasury use and stablecoin integration. This is what I'm looking forward to. This is going to be a great great panel and a great discussion, because it's all about XRP and buying up XRP and taking it away from exchanges and reducing that supply. So the most the most XRP specific session arrives on Wednesday afternoon. It's all about Evernorth, XRP, and the rise in digital asset treasuries. The speakers will include Ashish Birala, that's the Evernorth CEO. Remember, we've covered the Evernorth $1 billion deal on the show. We've got David Schwartz. He was the Ripple chief technology officer. He has stepped down as that position, and he is now on the board, but now he works with Evernorth. And Michael Arrington from Arrington Capital. The discussion will center on digital asset treasuries, corporate balance sheet vehicles holding crypto for yield and liquidity. If XRP is confirmed as a component within these treasuries, it would mark an institutional grade use case beyond payments. Immediately following that, we've got driving global growth and trust with RLUSD. That will feature OKX exchange, B2C2, Securitize, and Ripple stablecoin lead Jack McDonald. The panel examines RLUSD integration across exchanges, payment providers. Combined, these two sessions outlines Ripple's dual asset strategy, XRP as a bridge liquidity and RLUSD as an on-chain settlement currency. They serve different problems. So, pre-event data shows a modest increase in institutional whale activity and accumulation of XRP, according to Coin Edition and Femex News. Despite that positioning, XRP price remains range-bound, echoing the typical buy the rumor, wait for the confirmation dynamic observed at prior swell cycles. Analysts note that market participants are now pricing in execution, not hype. Ripple's secondary market management has been under scrutiny, with some reports of XRP buybacks for liquidity control, though they have remained unverified. The company has previously balanced issuance and demand to maintain orderly markets, a practice consistent with institutional liquidity management. So while we're talking about the price, let's have a quick look at the chart. If you are still with us, make sure you are hitting that like button to let me know in the comments or in the live chat if you're watching this live as if you are excited for this event. Remember, if you're watching this and it's already the 4th of November, we will be coming back to this channel, and we'll be covering the whole day's events. If you're watching this on the 3rd of November live with us, this is all going to happen tomorrow. The best way to know exactly what's going on is if you're subscribed, have that notification bell on. If you hit that like button, also there will be a link to the main event, which will start later with when we're going to be live for maybe 8 hours covering this whole event. So I'll give you that link. That's in the live chat. It's in the comment section. So keep an eye out for that link. That's when we'll be live the whole day with this event. So on to XRP's price. We're at $2.40. We're down, and we've got major announcements potentially happening tomorrow. It's, in my opinion, it's manipulation. It's not something that I'm worried about. I don't look at XRP's price action day to day and make my big decisions based on it. Maybe I look at it day to day to see, are we going to hit a nice level of support for me to buy some more, or are we at a major resistance level? But when we are in levels I don't really care about, we're at $2.40. If we're approaching $5.46, maybe I'll be looking at it every day to say, okay, maybe I'm going to take some profits. Or if we're approaching $10, I'll be watching it every day. Or if we're down at $1.30, I'll be watching it to say, okay, I want to buy some more. Here at $2.40, my honest opinion is I don't care that we're at $2.40. I don't care that we're 5% down. You shouldn't be trading this on a 1 day or 15-minute time frame. All the good news, if it is genuine good news and there is genuine integrations and there is institutional adoption, if you zoom out 5 years in the future, 10 years in the future, you won't care whether XRP was at $2.40, $2.30, $2.50. It wouldn't make an absolute difference. I look at it as a long-term perspective. I look at it with my own plan and strategy. What is my plan and strategy? Well, I've got specific levels. If I see XRP hit $2.30, well, if I was taking a swing trade, maybe I'll buy some. But I'm not too interested in doing that right now. What levels am I looking at? Well, $2 I know is a very strong level of support. I might buy some on a leverage position 2x to hold for this cycle if we do get there, or I might just buy some tokens at $2 for XRP. If we go down to $1.33, then I want to buy some more. That's a level that I'll be very interested to buy for the long term. Do I think we're going to go there this anytime soon? It depends if the bear market started or not. So I look at it with a long-term perspective. If we go down low enough to my technical levels, I buy some. If we go up to my technical take profit levels this cycle, then I'll take some profits. I don't care if the bull market continues or if we go into a bear market because I've got a solution for both. Of course, I'd prefer to be in a bull market. Of course, I'd prefer to go to $10 next week. But I'm not here just hoping. I'm here with a plan, and I think everyone should have a plan. Please don't take it as investment advice, but just know that if you're just looking at the time frame every 5 minutes, you're probably going to make some unwise decisions. And then when you zoom out 5 years down the line, you'll say, why did I sell there? Why did I buy there? I should have just held long term and look at where we are now. Remember, again, I'm not giving financial advice. I'm not telling you to buy XRP. It's a very risky investment. Let's go back to what we should watch as we wait for Swell to begin. So across both days, the signals to monitor are concrete deliverables rather than rhetoric. We want to see confirmed partnerships involving the XRP ledger or XRP in live settlement flows. We want to see confirmation, not just how great XRPL is. We want to see proper partnership confirmation. That would be massive. We want to see product data, corridors, transaction volumes, client adoption metrics. Any announcements on that front? We want to hear from the US government, and we are going to hear from them because we want to hear about regulatory clarity from emerging US and global panels. We want to hear about institutional custody or treasury integration announcements. We'll probably hear more from that about that Evernorth announcement because we've got a whole panel on it. And yeah, we want to see the follow through. If we get that follow through, then again, long term, I turn even more bullish on XRP. So the bottom line is execution over expectation. Ripple Swell 2025 is strategically positioned at the intersection of finance, regulation, and crypto infrastructure. The New York settling aligns Ripple with the Wall Street's audience at the time, while institutional adoption of tokenization and stablecoins is accelerating. For XRP investors, the event's value lies in verifiable progress, not promises. If Ripple delivers demonstrable institutional integrations, treasury adoption, and stablecoin rollout data, then the narrative can evolve from a speculative asset to financial infrastructure utility. Remember, hedge funds don't really want to speculate. They want to see where we are and what can be delivered, and then they buy into it, XRP, and that's when you can have the supply shock. So if updates remain conceptual or delayed, the markets may retrace. Either way, the next 48 hours will provide the clearest view yet on how close XRP is to real institutional scale. Remember, that's all from our very own newsletter. You've got the economic calendar of what's going on this week. You've got the earnings calendar. You've got the technical chart analysis of XRP with my chart. You've got the 5 key stories. You've got the deep dive every single day to your inbox. There's an annual plan, a free plan, and a monthly plan. Check it out. It's the first link in the description, and it is in the live chat. So what I'm going to do is end this video. There'll be a link right here. Right here. Click this and get ready for the actual live event that we'll be covering for the next 2 days. We'll be live over here. There'll be another video up here. The newsletter to subscribe to will be over here. But until next time, keep an eye on this channel. We're going to be live again with the live event on the 4th of November. That's when we're going to be live with the event. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye. Okay, that's a video that's going to be coming out tomorrow. Again, if you're watching live, you've managed, obviously, you get to see it now, and hopefully you have the analysis before anyone else. So let me know your questions in the chat. What are you excited for? What are you ready for this event? Any other questions you have on XRP, my strategy, my thoughts, you can let me know in the chat right now. Ask me about the newsletter. Have you got the newsletter? Let me know as well. Any questions you have, you can ask me right now in the live chat. Remember, this isn't a pump and dump channel. This isn't a channel that's sponsored by millions of people and fake crypto exchanges. Martyn turns down $30,000 partnerships. So we try to be the most honest, most real use channel out there, and I think we are succeeding. Joe Moley just got the newsletter. Oh, JL Moley, I love it. Thank you very much. What did you get? The free, the premium? You're going to love it either way. Welcome to the newsletter. I remember when you used to do the chart work and show price points and wedges, volume and all the stuff in order to know how to make decisions, not just selling the news. Bounce back. Are you talking to me? I don't know what you're talking about. We're live every day. We show the chart every day. We do chart requests every day. Are you talking to me or someone else? I don't know what you're. Are you going to watch the Swell live with the video on the screen? Yes, we will be doing that. Great day, everyone. Hello, Glenn. Lance Strength says good morning. The key says when institutional adoption takes place and ETFs with XRP, there will ultimately be a supply shock. Thank you, the key. David Hensley says, what are you talking about? He still does charts constantly and he's doing the news because that's what traders need to hear. Yeah, David, I didn't know if he was talking to me or not. Thank you very much for replying. But yeah, the news is more important than the charts, but we do the charts all the time. I mean, I just showed you the charts. What I don't want to do is do the charts 24/7 because what that shows is most people will try and get involved with day trading. Most people will try and get involved with leverage trading, and most people will lose. However, if you are a real investor, you focus on the news, you use the charts for technical levels, you look long term, and you win. Other channels that constantly just do charts, what they're doing is selling leverage trading links, and they know that you're going to lose. Most people that will watch this, if they're going to be day trading or leverage trading, they're going to lose. So what do we want to focus on? We want to focus on real life news, what can actually affect these companies, these cryptos, and then look at the charts for potential long-term reasoning. So yeah, we still do charts every single day. We do chart requests all the time. Every time we look at in earnings, something we talk about, like we just spoke about XRP, we looked at the XRP chart. We look at the S&P. I mean, I don't know. We look at the charts all the time. I don't know what you mean. It's going to be a great day today, and every day stop playing the mind trap word game. There's nothing good about a good morning. I don't know what that means. Sick Boy Custom says, the morning show is about the news and going through the newsletter and it's live up to date, which is better than all these YouTubers. Thank you, Sick Boy Customs. Yes, we want to go through the news of the day. It's the morning forecast show. We want to get ready for the day. Remember, I quit my job so I can come live every single day and give you the real news, unlike the fake news. We want to get ready for the day. We want to look at our investments. If anything pops up, whether it's a stock or crypto, we look at the chart. We look at how where we are if we're in a bull market, bear market, we look at the technical analysis, but we're not just day traders here that constantly look at charts. We want to be real investors. Remember, the channel used to be called The Day Trader. It changed to Martyn Lucas Investor because investors win more than day traders. Yes, a small amount of a portfolio I've got for day trading. I'm sure many of you enjoy day trading as well, and that's why we look at specific stocks and look at swing trades as well. But we all want to be investors because that is where people reach financial freedom. About 95% of people will lose day trading. 99% of people long-term investing will win. So there you go. Revved Up Biker says, afternoon from the UK. Hello, Revved Up Biker. Thanks for keeping me updated. You are one of a kind. Nelson, thank you so much. You're one of a kind as well. JJ April said, morning, Sensei. And Lucas says, hello, JJ April. Lovely to see you here. We also focus on our members' questions. So if you want us to look at a chart, members can always ask to look at a chart. Hope all is well. I just don't understand that. I'm just hung up on that comment. I don't know why. Everything is down, says Smithy. Yes, we are. Buy AXU Gold. We don't give investment advice here. 5% corporate bonds. Yeah, corporate bonds will give you better returns than government bonds because they're more risky. Doing long-term passive income, very simple for me. There you go. Exactly. That's how you make money. 5 years, not bad. Patience is key. 2030 is really not that far away. Been in crypto for 5 years plus already. Yeah, exactly. When is the event starting? It will be tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the event starting. We are getting ready for it today, answering your questions. The event actually starts today, but we, as the general public, because we're not institutions, we're not invited to the event. So they're just networking today. Nothing. I can go over to their website. I'll tell you what they're doing. I think it's just a welcome reception today. So nothing too big to report. If we go over to their website, you can see what's going on. We go to their agenda today. Yeah, at 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time is their welcome reception, and then tomorrow is when we get all of this going on. Opening remarks from the president of Ripple, and then we'll be covering this. At least I really hope we are. I mean, we'll have to make sure. I think there will be live streams of it, and I'm working on getting that link through. I'm sort of 99% confident we'll have the event. I'll be very frustrated if we don't. If the US Senate opens today, also it will be a benefit. It's always great to have that government open. I'm sure a lot of people are suffering because it's closed, but yeah, it does have complications on the XRP ETF. That means the 20-day countdown will be no longer required, but then you'll still think that the SEC will approve it within 2 weeks. So, when do you think the government reopens? I expect it. Well, to be honest, I expected it to open sort of between the 28th to the 7th of November, so we're still in that range, so maybe in the next few days, but now it's looking less and less likely. That's the prediction I made when it first started, so who knows? I don't know. It's a $1 million question, isn't it? Michael says, on the same day 5 years ago, this happened to the stock market today. Thank you. 5th of November, I don't know. Is it gonna? I don't know. I'm keeping cash to buy back quality, not XRP. Awesome. Thank you very much. Only MSFT. That's Microsoft, right? MSFT. I'm pretty sure it is MSFT. Yeah, Microsoft and Google. I 100% agree, Sensei. News first, then look at the charts. Yes, Yolanda. Lucas Adami. ICP nearly ruining. ICP nearly ruined me. Yeah, remember, don't go all in on these small cryptos. They go down 80-90%. Be prepared for that. We all appreciate your hard work and educating us. Keep up the great work. Glenn Bogazot, thank you so much for your kind words. Watch for Thursday pre-market. Sell her. Is that an IPO? I know there's a couple IPOs coming up this week. What do you mean? SC. Let me just refresh this and have a look, see if that's an IPO you're talking about. No, it's billion to one. I don't know what you mean there. CLLHER on Thursday pre-market. Let me just take you to this page as well. We are covering earnings for you guys this week as well. Palantir will be the big one today. If anyone wants to do a $10 super chat, we'll cover Palantir today. That will give us a big insight into AI. Tomorrow pre-market, we've got Shopify and Spotify, Uber. After close, we have AMD, SMCI, Rivian. Pinterest Rivian might be interesting. Wednesday we're covering the event, so we can't really do an earnings then. After close, Robinhood on Wednesday, that could be a massive one. $10 super chat, we can do Robinhood, QCOM, IonQ. What else do we have? DoorDash, Snapchat. Some interesting ones there. Thursday pre-bell, we've got Celsius, Under Armour. After close, we have SoundHound AI. Oof, that's a good one. SoundHound AI, Airbnb, Archer Aviation as well. I know we're covering some earnings this week as well. Vaz is covering Vertical Aerospace. We're exclusively covering that on the show tomorrow morning. So there'll probably be that video that I filmed earlier, and then it'll go to Vaz's Vertical Aerospace, and then we'll come back to the Ripple event. So Vertical Aerospace earnings tomorrow. That could be a very interesting one. Then we've got Archer and Joby this week as well. So keep an eye out for them. Evtol earnings week this week. Archer is Thursday after hours. I think atmosphere will be swell. Joe Trader says to the moon, XRP versus gold. I wouldn't really compare them. I'll just have both. I like gold. It's the oldest form of money, and it's always keeps up against inflation, and it's safe, and you can hold it and you can keep it. I like gold. It diversifies the portfolio in a nice way. I also like XRP, but it's a complete different risk, sort of different sort of risk asset. It's going to open on the 12th. What's going to open on the 12th? Oh, the shutdown. Thank you, Joe Trade. We'll keep you to that. If you get that wrong, you're kicked off the channel. Celsius. I'll watch Celsius on Thursday pre-market. Oh, Celsius. Yeah, if you want us to cover it, we can do a $10 super chat. Right, Celsius. Got it. CELH. Celsius. Thank you, Diane. Dianeji 836. Thank you for letting us know what that meant. Okay, thank you everyone for tuning in. This event is going to take you directly to tomorrow's main event, so you can go there and put the notification bell on. I'll give you the link to it. I don't want anyone to miss tomorrow's event, so I'm gonna show you how to make sure you don't miss the main event. This is the link. This is where we'll be going live for the main event. So here's the link. That's the main live event from the Swell event. We'll be covering it live. So if you click that link right now, you'll be taken to this page over here. Once you're taken to that page, to make sure you're not going to miss out, is press this button here, notify me. It says exactly what time we're going to be going live in your time zone, and it says notify me. Click that button, and as soon as we go live, you'll be notified. It also tells you the time. It's literally, look at the time now, and it'll be this time tomorrow, essentially, or maybe half an hour later. It'll tell you the exact time in your time zone, but just make sure you press notify me. You can hit the like button as well, and then therefore you won't miss tomorrow's event. If you haven't got the newsletter yet, there is a newsletter link that'll give you a 1 week free trial for the annual plan. There's a monthly plan. There's a free plan as well. Remember, the monthly plan will be going up in price for anyone new joining at the end of this month. So thank you everyone for tuning in. I look forward to tomorrow's event. Is Martyn back? Martyn will be back this month in a couple weeks' time. On a few, I think it's the 21st, 24th of November. Martyn will be back. So he'll be back by the end of November. Smash the like, says Joe Trade. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Any new projects you're looking at, Chris? Am I looking at any new project? Not really. I prefer to look at those projects in a bear market. Yes, a lot of coins are down, but nothing really. I mean, I'm mainly interested in XRP. If you want me to read out a few that I'm also looking at for when there's a big enough dip, I'll buy some more. Let me read you some that I'm invested in, if this loads. Just trying to load up a portfolio. This is one of my portfolios. Flare. Flare is actually down, so I might be looking at to buy some Flare. Flare is down. It's 6% today, down 10% this week, down 36% this month. Wow. Yeah, it might be a good time to buy Flare. Not financial advice. So Flare, XLM, Filecoin is down a lot as well. Look, I'm not going to buy every 10, 20, 30% dip. Every time it drops 50%, I might buy some more. And Flare and Filecoin has dropped maybe another 50%. So I'll be looking maybe at Filecoin, nothing really new. CRO, I'm very much up on that, so not really looking at that. XRP, I'm very much up on that, not really looking at that. Dogecoin, maybe. If it goes a little bit lower, I'll be looking into that. Polkadot, Cardano, Gala, HBAR, Ondo, Aptos, and then there's just some random ones. Not random ones, but nothing significant. Aptos, Synthetics, Flow, The Graph, ICP, Sandbox. But yeah, my main ones, obviously XRP first, then I think it's Flare, then I think it's ADA, then XLM, CRO, and then Filecoin, Dogecoin. Those are my main investments, crypto-wise. Looks like Brad smelt a fart and Sensei is pretending it wasn't him in the thumbnail. Looking forward to tomorrow's live stream. Yeah, it's going to be so exciting. I really hope we manage to actually get the live feed come through. It's weird because on Ripple's website they're not presenting the live stream, but then I think we've got an access to somewhere else that will be streaming it, so we should be good. If it's going to be live streamed, we'll be covering it. Don't you worry. So I really am looking forward to it. Quant is a good token. Yep, heard good things about Quant. I think I do hold that on a different portfolio. I heard about Masterbot. It's supposed to be robotics. Thanks for that. Professional and great newsletter. Where can I get Trump drilling a pen on the first? Where can I get Trump drilling a pen on the first drawing? Where can I get Trump? What do you mean? Where can you get Trump drilling? Oh, as in where can he? Right, I understand. Which one was that though? No, I think that today's. IoT. Is that IOTA? IoT. Oh no, that's was that Coin? Yeah, IOTA. I heard good things about IOTA as well. I mean, you can't just buy the whole of the crypto market, can you? Oh yeah, IOTA. Oh my god, that's been crushed. Is that Alta's not at a bad level risk to reward? I mean, a token like that, I'll buy it an amount and I'll just forget about it. If it then drops 30%, I don't care. If it drops 40%, I don't care. If it drops another 50%, maybe I'll reevaluate, either buy more or not. But the biggest mistake people make is they find something which they think is a good project, or someone on YouTube is telling them this is the next best thing. They buy it, it drops 5%, they buy more. It drops 5%, they buy more. It drops another 10%, they buy more. And then they run out of money. And then it drops 80%. And they're like, oh, I wish I bought down 80%. Don't just keep buying every 5%. Don't just keep piling money into the ones that lose. Normally, the ones that are trending up and actually winning, the research shows if you put money into those ones, even though you're up on them, it doesn't feel right, right? So let's say you've got Nvidia, and a couple of years ago it was up 100%, and then you've got something like SBCE, it's down 10%. What feels right is take some money from Nvidia, put it into SBC. Again, I don't want to single out SBC. You can take anything else. For example, I don't know, you can take something else that's down. Let's just take IOTA token or whatever. So let's say Nvidia's up 100%. You take some money out and put it into IOTA because it's down 10%. And then IOTA's down another 10%. Nvidia's up more. So you think, okay, I'm going to take profits from the ones winning and put it into the loser. You take another 50% off Nvidia and then you put it into IOTA. And then what you end up doing is selling all your Nvidia position, pretend Nvidia's any good performing stock, maybe even your S&P 500. You sell it to put it into the loser because you think, I'm taking profits. It's always great to take profits, and I'm going to put it into the one that's losing. In fact, what you're doing is that other token is probably going to go down maybe another 50, 60%. You lose all your money there. You've lost all your profits. And the one that you sold has continued to go up. So instead of selling your Nvidia and you've just sold the one that was losing and put it into Nvidia, for example, you would actually make more money. So the moral of the story, which I'm trying to say, is don't just think because something's going out, that's the one you need, going down, that's the one you need to pile your money into. Normally, the ones that are winning are going to continue winning, and the ones that are losing are going to continue losing. So my way of doing it is I have my core portfolio. That's the one with low. This is the one that's, for most people, is what's going to make them rich. It's what's going to give them financial freedom. It's having that core portfolio with low cost indexed ETFs, not actively managed with 2-3% annual fees, a low cost S&P 500 world index, a little bit of bonds depending on your age. The older you are, you want to be safer, so you have more bonds. The NASDAQ, the QQQ, you have them in a core portfolio and you just keep adding to them, and over time that will compound and compound and compound and compound, and you'll make a lot of money. So that's my main part of my portfolio. I don't touch it, I just add to it. And then with 20-30% of my portfolio, I like to day trade, well, not really day trade, but swing trade, buy stocks that I like. And then thankfully I've been very successful with that as well. So and crypto for me is a large part of my portfolio because I'm very young and I love XRP and I know the risks and I'm ready for it to go down. So yeah, there's don't just keep piling in every 5-10% dip on your favorite token. Never marry a token. So yeah. Oh, the Big Rex celebrating the membership.
The Big Red Canine has become a member. Thoughts on UNI and AVAX?
Uniswap. Again, crypto right now, it's all related to Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes into bull market, those cryptos will do well. Every single crypto will do well, or not every single, but the main ones. Uniswap's been around for a long time. AVAX has been around for a long time. If Bitcoin goes into bull market, then they'll perform well. Do I like Uniswap? Yeah, I like Uniswap. I like Uniswap. Which one do I prefer? I prefer AVAX out of the two. Avalanche is doing a lot, so they're building a lot. Haven't heard too much from Uniswap. Again, I think they'll do well if the Bitcoin continues to do well. What would I choose? AVAX. Yeah. I heard about Masterbot. It seems to be about Robotics, thank you, Zach Zate, for your thoughts on the newsletter. IOTA, you've got to be in ETH and Bitcoin. It's very bad, isn't it? No, I do have some Ethereum and Bitcoin. That's in my main sort of ledger portfolio. But my biggest holding is actually XRP. Yeah. Bull run not over. Just watch and see. We're just getting started. Who knows? Is it over? Is it not? I don't know, but I'm preparing for both. You wouldn't want to buy. You wouldn't want to buy every token. Yeah, you don't want to buy every token. Definitely great advice, mate. Thank you, Joe Trade. Are we done in this run? Who knows? Revved Up Biker, I got in RGTI at $12.81. I got 78 shares. So quantum stocks got a boost earlier. RGTI is something has something going on with Nvidia. Congratulations, David Hensley. Look at that. Good research, good stock picks. Congratulations. Market opens in 1 hour. Are we back to normal time again? Market opens in 1 hour. Yep, we are back to normal time. Everyone is back. I think everyone got an extra hour of sleep on Saturday or Sunday in the US. So yeah, we're all back to normal times. We're back to 1:30 now in the UK. So 2:30 UK time the market opens. So yeah, in an hour from now the market opens. I think we're all back to normal times now. So if you're expecting the show, same time every day now for the next 6 months until we get another weird week. So yeah, we're live 12:30 UK time every single morning. Markets open. Klarna was a payment option for Creality 3D printers. Yeah, Klarna's a payment option for many things now. Motto A team. I don't know about the US, but obviously I think you're from the US. So, in the UK, everything as Klarna is an option everywhere. Are you interested in buying a Creality 3D printer? Very interesting. During COVID, we had I bought a lot of filament and sold a lot of filament for 3D printers and also 3D printers. What do you think about get into some AI companies that UPS and Amazon are using? I think do your research. I think AI companies are the future. Yeah. But again, I mean, they're probably just gonna buy up whatever AI companies they use. They're pretty big giants. Amazon will just they see AI company that they're using, they'll probably just buy it up. So Amazon might just be the better bet long term anyway. What do you think about Coin Depot? Not heard of it, Brian Barker. Is I don't want to comment on specific YouTubers. Hi everyone. Look, I don't watch his content. Some people tell me he says $1,000 XRP. Some people says his prediction has been wrong all of last year, and if that's true, then maybe he is. If it's not true, then maybe he's not. I don't really. We're going to do our own thing here. We're going to tell you the real news. We're not going to focus on others. Hi everyone, says Human Being. Another Ladron Nano X coming tomorrow. Oh, Joe Trade, love it. Congratulations. Okay, let's see. If you have any other questions, let's go over to members only. Oh, I'm going to try one thing. It might not work. It might work. It might not work. It might work. I don't know if it works. I'll give everyone a chance to become a member before. If you haven't become a member of the show yet, we answer all your questions and we have member-only streams. And I'm going to try something for a second. Where is the membership link? I think let's just give you this. If you haven't become a member yet, I'm going to try something now and go over to members-only stream. So please, you've got some time now to become a member. The Electrum members, the newest membership, that's what we did last night. I'll give you a snippet of last night. Do I have a snippet of last night? There we go. Zach Zate will do it.
Zach donated $10 through a super chat. SPCE earnings is on November 13th. Can't miss this one.
Thank you very much, Zach. Zach, I think you've already done a super chat for this one. You really don't want us to miss it. We will not miss the the SBC earnings. Thank you very much, Zach Zate. If anyone wants Palantir tonight, you can do a $10 super chat. That's a big one for tonight. Thank you, Zach Zate. This is our Electrum event from last night. Thank you to all the Electrum members. Here is the podium. This is at the towards the end of the event. Week 6 podium. Number 3. What? Oh, I forgot to do the drum roll. Where's my drum roll? Here we go. The key, Seth Houston. Drum roll, please. Number 1 was Vaz is the winner this week. Runner-ups, Tracy and Renee Zanin. Number 2, number 3, The Key. Number 2, Seth Houston. Number 1, Vaz, congratulations. Completely different leaderboard. Right, next question. Core holdings equal to equities. That's It was a great event last night. Remember, this is a great event. You have fun. We meet the community. We do charts. We do the trivia events. Remember, it's all about consolidating the information. Whether you've missed this week's headlines or news, then we consolidate it. If you know exactly what's happened, then you win prizes for being on the leaderboard. We deep dive into specific topics, and we try and give all the information so everyone can make some money. That's our lecture membership. What I'm going to try and do now is go over to a members only live stream. So if you want to become a member or upgrade, you can go to lecture. This, I think, is just going to be available to all members. So let me go over here, answer your questions, and then I'm going to try something. It might not work, it might work. If it works, then essentially what happens is this stream turns into a members only stream, and only members can watch it. If it doesn't work, then I'll see you guys tomorrow. But if you are a member, bronze and above, then this should work. So which cold wallet do you use, or which cold wallet do you hold your XRP on, Sensei? I use a Ledger. Pure Wallet, NanoX, I find the best. Great reminder. Can't wait. Good luck, bro. Yeah, Zach said it's gonna be SPC is gonna be great. Zach said we won't miss it. Motto Team Wallets offers offline exchanges. Was cool. Vaz knows all. That wasn't fair to myself. Yes, I missed 7 questions. YouTube didn't alert me. Sorry, Susan. Now what's going to happen is we're back to normal time, so everything should be towards the normal time. Maybe you'll win next time. Anyway, let's start. We have like a 15-minute countdown before it starts as well. You just need to have your YouTube notifications and also set a time. But I understand why it was a bit confusing with all the time changes. So from now on, you should know exactly when to join. Okay, I'm going to try and go over to members only. So members, stay where you are. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, I'll see you tomorrow. Let me try and do it then. Don't want to lose that footage, so what I'm going to do is end that first. Okay, here we go. So members, stay where you are. I'm just going to try something out for 5 minutes. We'll go into members only stream. So how do I do this? So I go here, edit. It told me to do it here. Members only live stream. Please chart react crypto. Susan, what do you mean by that? Chart react crypto. Chart react crypto? Is there a crypto called crypto? I don't know what you mean. You just want maybe you just want me to have a look at crypto. Okay, let's have a we'll try and do it on that members show. We're going to go over there now. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, we'll do it tomorrow. But yeah, I think we're going to go over to this member show now. So here we go. Susan, just stay where you are. It will take you over to this member show. Do I need to watch the whole video about XRP? Human Being, it will come out as a video later tomorrow as well. So if you did miss today's show, you can rewind to the beginning, or it will be coming out as a video as well. React. Please chart. Oh, React is the token. Okay, we'll try and do it in the members only stream. Okay, here we go. Trying to switch to members only stream now. Thank you, general subscribers. We're trying to go over to members only mode now. Let's see if it works. All channel members, or should we? Yeah, let's do all channel members. Anyone who's a member. We'll start in 1 minute. Here we go. 1 minute until you switch to members only. 1 minute until you switch to members only. Get excited. 1 minute until members only. You'll be directed automatically. React as a coin. Okay, yep, I've got it. I understand now. Sorry, I thought you meant, can you react to crypto? I understand. React as a coin. I'll look at it. as soon as we go members only. 1 minute. Everyone has 1 minute until we go into members only mode. If you want to become a member, then you can. What's this button up here? When this live stream switches to members only, you'll get directed automatically. Is this going to work or is it going to crash? I don't know. Let me get React ready for the crypto. Let me put that there. If you haven't become a member, you can do that there. React USD. How long left? I think it's going to be any second now. Is it going to work? Is it not going to work? React USD.